Jishra Begum, the MC for the morning session, welcome you all to the Science Fair, Mangalore Science Fair 2019. You alone we worship, you alone we ask for help. Let us begin this program with a beautiful Kirat by Miss Amina Alhan of 4th, followed by translation by Miss Khatija Nasiha of 6th.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
I seek refuge from the cursed shaitan.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful.
الله الذي خلق السماوات والأرض وأنزل من السماء ماء فأخرج به من الثمرات رزقا لكم وسخر لكم الفلك لتجري في البحر بأمره وسخر لكم الأنهار.
It is Allah who created the heavens and the earth, who sent down water from the heaven and thereby brought forth a variety of fruits as your sustenance, who subjected for you the ships that they may sail in the sea by his command, who subjected for you the rivers.
وسخر لكم الشمس والقمر دائبين وسخر لكم الليل والنهار.
Who subjected for you the sun and the moon, and both of them are constant on their courses, who subjected for you the day and the night.
وآتاكم من كل ما سألتموه وإن تعدوا نعمة الله لا تحصوها إن الإنسان لظلوم كفار.
And who gave you all that you asked him for? Were you to count the favors of Allah, you shall never be able to encompass them. Verily man is highly unjust, exceedingly ungrateful. Jazakallah khairan and assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Now I call upon Janab K. Abdul Rahman to introduce the judges and guests and also welcome the gathering.
The Vice Chairman of the Shanti Educational Trust, Janab K. Muhammad Ashraf Sahib, the Director of AJ Academy for Research and Development, Janab Abdullah Javed Sahib, the judges for today's competitions, Dr. Balakrishna, Professor, Mangalore University, Dr. Abdul Khader, the Principal of Karnataka Evening Polytechnic College, Mrs. Shamima, Professor, Assistant Professor in St. Aloysius College, Dr. Asiya Lifam, who is going to inaugurate today's Science Fair, the trustees of Shanti Education Trust, the HM and principal of the various schools who are participating in this function, the teachers, the students, staff, and all. Assalamu alaikum. Peace and blessings of Allah be upon all of you. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all for this unique event, Mangalore Inter-School Science Fair. This fair is organized jointly by the AJ Academy for Research and Development, Raichur, and the Shanti Education Trust, which is running the Hira institutions. First of all, I welcome the Janab Abdullah Javed Sahab. He has done postgraduate MSc in Nuclear and Energy Physics from Gulbarga University. Also, he has done PG in Sociology from Open University. He has done Arabic and inter-religious course from Aligarh University. He has published more than 50 books and booklets, has written articles on various forums in international journals. It is his brainchild, the AJ Academy for Science for the Research and Development. With his collaboration, we are conducting this science fair. I welcome him on behalf of us all. I request the Vice Chairman, K. Mashraf Saab, to welcome him with the bouquet. Then we have amongst us today three eminent personalities. One is Dr. Balakrishna. He has done his MSc and PhD. He is the head of Department of Physics from Mangalore University. I request our Secretary Abdul Karim Saab to welcome him with the bouquet. Also, we have another judge for today's program, Dr. Abdul Qadir. He is the principal of Karnataka Evening Polytechnic, Mangalore. He has done MA in Mechanical Engineering, MTech in Education, and has done a PhD from MIT. I also welcome him on behalf of us all, and I request Janab Rahmatullah Saab to welcome him with the bouquet. Another judge for today's function is Mrs. Shamima K.M. She is the Assistant Professor in Department of Biochemistry, St. Aloysius College, Autonomous. I also welcome her on behalf of us all, and I request Samira, the trustee of Shanti Education Trust, to welcome her with bouquet. Then we have amongst us today Dr. Asiya Ali Pham. She has done her MBBS and pursuing MD. She is the old student of Ira Girls High School. She is going to inaugurate today's function. I welcome her on behalf of us all, and I request Nasira, the trustee of Shanti Education Trust, to welcome her. Similarly, I welcome all who have gathered here, the staff of various schools, the students who are going to participate in today's competitions, other guests, and the management of the other schools, the staff of the HIRA institutions, our students, and all. Welcome you all for this today's function.
Jazakallah khairan, sir.
I also now welcome Janab E.H. Umar. He is the father of our Dr. Asiya Ali Pham, who is going to inaugurate today's function. So I request our trustee, K.M. Sharif Saab, to welcome him with the bouquet. Sharif Saab is the founder chairman of Shanti Education Trust and also the present treasurer.
To tell you very briefly, very concisely, why we are conducting the science fair, what actually our motives are. First thing you should know, you should understand that for any country to progress and develop, the field of science is very important. You know, we recently sent Chandrayaan-2 to the skies. And after that, we have been included in the category of world 4 top countries. Before that, we were not there. So the world recognizes you the moment you step into the scientific research and scientific development field. So how we can ensure that India should develop in that field? It is the only way that we have to ensure that student at primary level, at high school level, should try and develop the scientific spirit. The scientific research can be ensured at the primary level if students are provided with these opportunities. So science fair is intended in that we would like to have students purely focus on scientific research. Science exhibition is different from science fair, you know. Science fair exhibition is just model making, working type, prototype, dynamic or static models you can make. But out of that you get nothing. You can learn a few, but if you go for research, if you develop your own question and come out with your own answer through scientific method, that speaks of your caliber, that speaks of your scientific research temperament. So through science fair we intended that one. So through this science fair we are providing you a platform. This is not a competition. It's a platform for you to demonstrate your skills, your temperament. So the day-long program is just for that. Though you will get some rewards also, but basically you should focus on demonstration of your skills here. So judges will interact with you, visitors will interact with you, and fellow students also. So we have invited many school students over here, so they will probably interact with you. So this interaction will surely develop a kind of confidence in you that yes, you can do a lot in the field of scientific research. So judges will come and ask you many questions, so you should be very confident enough. Are you confident enough? So we have judges over here, they will come and ask you many questions and try to understand how you have performed your own research work. So based on your performance, your response, they will award you points. And based on that points, we will evaluate the total points and the awards will be given to those students who score highest marks. So after this inauguration, the science fair will remain open for all the students and visitors and judges till 1 o'clock. So after 1 and 2, we will have a break for Zuhar and lunch. And after 2 o'clock, inshallah, we will be having valedictory function, in which many guests will come over here and address you, and the winners will get the rewards. So apart from that rewards, we are providing certificate of achievement for the students, and certificate of participation for the schools, and certificate of appreciation for the teachers who have assisted their students to accomplish their scientific research task. At last, I would like to emphasize one thing, that in scientific field, you should be always with positive frame of mind. Here winning and losing is not important. Here staying is important. As long as you stay here, you will get outstanding results. The moment you leave the field, nothing will happen to you. So remember one thing, that success should not motivate you and failure should not demotivate you. In all cases, you have to be very positive that you are going to achieve something in the field of science. And you can contribute very positively for the cause of development of our nation. I wish you all the best.
For getting such a good, wonderful opportunity to explore the scientific skills. As Javed sir said, it's not a competition. It's improving your skills. It's all about your skills. Don't think this as your competition or anything like that. Just start. It's just initiative to do bigger and bigger. Yeah, it's in the primary level. It'll start with a smaller competition, the scientific one, and in future there's a thing called ICMR, Indian Council of Medical Research. So they do work regarding scientific research. So this is the initial step for you to explore into the scientific field. And I am also a student. I was also a former student of Hira Girls High School. I'm very proud to say that. And I just want to tell you all the 5 things. Hope you people remember this for your lifetime. The first thing is put God first. Always put God first. Second thing is take risk. Walk out of your comfort. Put more. If you're 15 or 14 and if you're still in your comfort zone, not getting out of your not taking risk, better start taking risk. Third one is stop giving excuses. I know we are tired, we don't have time, we are too lazy, we don't have money. It's all lies. All excuses are lies. So think that all excuses are lies and do whatever is your best. We are blessed with 2 hands, 2 legs, brains we have. And God created everyone is equal. And there is no thing called IQ. Please remember this. A word I can is always larger than IQ. There is nothing called IQ. So remember this. If you can do, I can do it. You can. Don't compare yourself with your peer group, saying maybe her IQ is good, greater than you. Nothing like that. God created. We all as equal. So remember, you can do it. And there are 2 things. So when we are on the last 1 hour of our deathbed, there is only 2 things which matter you. Who did you become? Who did you become? And second one is, who did you help? Remember this. Who did you become and who did you help? Will be only your 2 questions, which will be you will ask yourself when you are at your last 1 hour of your deathbed. So the 5 things, I'll repeat again. I like to always brief. First one is put God first, take risk, and the word and excuses are lies. And last 2 things. Who did you become and who did you help? Okay, thank you.
Public School 6th Block Krishnapura. My name is Mariam Fahima from 9th standard.
Sugar-free biscuits contain sugar or not?
As we all know that at present both the young and the old are addicted to biscuits. They consume it while during their tea time or even during their snacks. But in the present generation, most people are suffering from a lot of disease, and diabetes is one of these kind. What is diabetes?
It is a disease that occurs when your blood glucose is too high.
India has more number of people suffering from diabetes. IDF projects that India will soar to 123 million during 2040, and out of India's population, 5% of it are suffering from diabetes. Nowadays, most people prefer to eat biscuits. They don't even mind about their morning breakfast. They just eat or they consume biscuit instead of their breakfast. It is very dangerous for their health because morning breakfast is very important for them. Is it? As we have already said that most people are suffering from diabetes. The companies have started, the diabetes people want to consume sugar-free products. But so they go on searching sugar-free biscuits. So the companies have started producing sugar-free biscuits. But they don't know what's the real fact behind it. As we all said that people are suffering from diabetes, so they go on searching about sugar-free products. So in our mind it came that we'll go on searching, we'll do the research about sugar-free products. So we have come up with this topic, sugar-free biscuits. For this project, we have collected all the some of sugar-free biscuits, and we have noted down the ingredients or the nutritional table. We came to know that what are the sugar content in that. Actually, they don't add the sugar, but instead of that, they add artificial sweeteners like emulsifiers, sweeteners, and other raising agent, leavening agent, and these are very dangerous for the health. They cause many side effects, such as they even cause many diseases like chronic disease.
They may even lead to cancer.
We can get migraines in our guts, intestines, etc. These sweeteners and emulsifiers, they have different types like maltitol, sucralose. Sucralose is 300 times sweeter than sugar, and biscuits are highly recommended for children. But they specifically write that it is not recommended for children because they have many side effects behind it.
Good morning. My name is Kavya. I am from Mangalore School, 8th standard. My project topic is the effect of fertilizer on algae. Now, first I will start my project by saying how does fertilizer affect the algae. First, I would like to say how this idea originated. When I was walking in my house yard, I saw a green color substance in the ground. I thought for a while, what is it? Then I understood that is algae. Algae is a photosynthetic plant which captures the sunlight and prepares its food. The effect of algae on fertilizer. Fertilizer is a very big culprit in our day-to-day life. Nowadays, we use chemical fertilizers instead of organic fertilizers. The fertilizers contain nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. The fertilizer which contains more phosphorus leads to the more growth of algae. The nitrogen content of fertilizer also leads to the growth of algae. The process is called as eutrophication. Eutrophication is a process where the fertilizer affects on the algae and algae blooms everywhere. The effect of fertilizer. Fertilizer is a very important thing and a very bad thing in our life. The algae is very important and algae is very dangerous too. If there is no algae, the animals feeding on them like small fishes and others will die. And the higher animals which feed on fishes like human beings also may not get the food and they may also die. Then the growth of algae leads to the depletion of oxygen level in the water. It leads to the plants inside the water do not get the foods. So the algae is very important and it is also dangerous. The process eutrophication is very important where the sunlight is captured by the plants and they prepare photosynthesis and they prepare their food. If they don't prepare their food, they don't get food and they die. The eutrophication is, we can do further researches in eutrophication and we can also do further research in algae by seeing the effect of temperature on algae. Then I would like to do an experiment. I did many experiments in my school and my house. This is algae and this is a fertilizer. This fertilizer's name is rock phosphate. It contains phosphorus and potassium. When we dilute this fertilizer in 15 ml of water and pour it on algae, we cannot say the observation in little time. It needs 48 hours. So I can just show it. The result will be the algae blooms very fast. It will grow everywhere and it will make lots of disturbances in the ecological balance. I would like to conclude my activity that we must not use the fertilizers which contain nitrogen and other chemicals which are harmful to human beings and also such microorganisms. These microorganisms are very important in our daily life and we must always protect our nature.
Okay, thank you. These algae are green, no? Why it is brown?
It's green only because I collected it 2 days before, so it's brown.
So it is maybe dead.
It may be brown.
Myself Halima Naushad. Myself Fatima Shaiba. Girls High School. We did the topic called acidity in vinegar. We use vinegars in our daily life, like non-fruit apple cider, but we may not know the acid content in it. So the main purpose of our project was to test the acid content in vinegar, which we use in our daily life. So we used a process called titration. We used some materials called burette, conical flask, test tubes and other materials, and we did the test called titration process. We tested, we noted down the readings of each content in vinegar, and finally we calculated the value of it, and we got the result as we found acid content in non-fruit vinegar is 2.16%, and apple cider vinegar we got 5.9%, and white wine vinegar we got 7.8%. It indicates that apple cider vinegar is having 5.9%. That means it has the normal amount of acid content in it. It means apple cider vinegar is used in many purpose because it contains a normal content of acid, and non-fruit vinegar is having 2.16% of acid content, means it is one of the strong acid according to pH, and white wine vinegar is having 7.8% of vinegar. It means that it contains weak acids. So we finally conclude that we got the result as our hypothesis that these vinegars have high, low and medium content of acids.
So we should use it or not?
We can use it. Apple cider vinegar we will use in our daily life, but we don't know the acid content. So we tested the acid content and we got according to our hypothesis that it contains normal amount of acid in it.
All the vinegars or only the apple?
Three vinegars.
What are they?
Apple cider and white wine vinegar, which we use usually in our daily life.
White wine vinegar made of what?
White wine. As we are the student from the 10th standard, and we are getting the research that about the problem faced by students. In that we raised a question like, why do students find difficult in studies? As we can, there was essay one examination, and we found that the friends they are saying, somewhere saying like, why these studies? We are getting marriage, right? Why these are? And somewhere like, I study, still I'm not getting marks. And somewhere like, we don't know how to start studies, like what measure we can use. So there was a science fair, so we thought like, we'll do this, she is 80. But actually she got is 80. So we are like, why? She was like, I don't know why it is, so we need the help. And we framed like, they cannot explain their problems.
Yeah,
so we
so we
framed
asked
questions so that they can say personally.
Opinions.
So we framed the questions and we asked the answers. These are like most leading students. Like we asked many questions.
Doubt, they have no day to say about
what the problem they are facing.
How you selected the students?
Selected like
10th standard.
getting high marks, low marks, medium marks mainly.
Average, but the problem is with those who are getting the low marks. The one
Yeah,
who are
ma'am.
getting high marks means they don't have a problem in
But
studies.
Yeah,
we
ma'am.
can see tips from that.
Okay.
Like high marks we can stay. And this one we asked problems. For example, friendship breakers, how much it will affect, like in your studies.
we done graph.
In that we got that this one, pressure and tension is leading high one. See, it's more leading one. Pressure and tension.
Your presentation size is very small for the public.
That's
Should have been little
small.
bit. Okay. Like this, at least it should have been this size.
This is this one. Like we got pressure and tension most of it. And even we consulted many this one, counselors, psychologists, and that one.
Hilda
Raipan.
he said because of
and one more that is a counselor of Ira Girls Institution. There is like self-motivation, self-awareness, and like
Self-com-
believing lifelong learning. For example, now girls, they believe that only for PU, then I'll get married, right? So they are open interest and doing better it will be who's. So mainly that believing now lifelong is important. They have to open up.
yeah, then
open
they
up
should
in
have
family.
self-control is
What
very
they should do.
important.
For example, if they want to become doctor, they should say like I want to become. Like they are.
They say no also, they should not
they
lose
should
the
not
hope.
lose
That
our
is
hope. They should try.
purpose.
And lack of interest because of why means there is a
Addiction
lack
of internet,
motivation.
social media, because of their interest is increasing.
Lack of
interest.
Motivation like they're waiting for other people to motivate.
But they are not self-motivating. So we are saying self-motivation is very, very important.
They're waiting for others like councils, let them motivate and seeing videos like how we can do studies.
But they don't follow, they just see. According to me, self-motivation is very important.
Yeah, if self-motivation is coming, then there is no other problem, there is no job
Yeah.
for others. Where there is no self-motivation, then
Yeah.
the external factor has to work. How to make that, if they are not self-motivated, how you can motivate? Did you find any way?
One is like time management. Like it is very difficult. Like time managing alone is difficult. But when they went to like managing the time, even automatically they'll get self-motivating. Like if you spend more time for studies, like what teachers are doing, and if they ask doubts in class, it will increase their interest. But most
they
people
feel scared to ask.
doubts.
We ask a question,
Many
many of us say
problems,
no, we
many
are scared to ask.
Scared to ask. These are the opinions of a student.
See, sir, do you have the skill of asking doubt?
No,
I feel scared. This is the
Problem.
You don't have self-confidence itself.
Even this is,
The
do you
second
understand?
point. First of all, it is goal setting. If goal is not there, then what else? Nothing else will come, no?
No, sir.
First goal should be there, no? With the purpose.
Girls, they'll keep, even all will keep. Even we are keeping that top. I got to
Yeah, some of them,
But
the motivation.
how we do it,
Motivation
sir?
comes from goal.
Yeah.
If goal is there, that itself is the motivation, isn't it?
Yes, sir, we should not force to study. They should study in their own interest.
Even while go home, parents are saying like study.
Doesn't
But
work.
what time they study is that will not go for the time. If they
She
study.
has her own goal, then you need not tell her to question. What was the question? Yeah.
Our research is on the topic truth of tasty chips. As we all love eating chips, our parents always refuse us to eat them. A question arises in our mind: what is the harmful thing in the tasty chips?
So to find out this, we collected 4 samples of tasty chips to the laboratory, Mangalore Biotech laboratory. The microbiologists helped us to find out what is the harmful content in it. So we tested for 2 bacteria, E. coli bacteria and Staphylococcus aureus bacteria.
E. coli bacteria is a bacteria that lives in the intestine and also in the guts of animals. It can cause infections like diarrhea, and some infections might be very harmful. And Staphylococcus bacteria is a bacteria that cause disease in humans. The effects of that is it can cause serious infection like pneumonia and joint or bone infections.
How can we understand the presence of bacteria? In Staphylococcus bacteria, when we can observe the molds, and in some particle there will be a white surrounding to it that shows us the presence of Staphylococcus bacteria. And the E. coli bacteria, we take 3 test tubes and we add the medium in which the bacteria can grow, and there is a small test tube present inside the larger test tube. If the small test tube contain bubbles, then we can understand that E. coli bacteria is present. And we tested 4 samples. In that we found that the 3rd sample contained Staphylococcus bacteria.
Above the standard level. The standard level is below 100. So the Staphylococcus aureus in the 3rd sample is present in the above the standard level. That is 250 microorganism is present.
So in today's newspaper, we found that the medical students, they researched about that 400 students below about the age of 4 and 8 years. They compared the who are eating chips and who are not eating the chips. So who are eating the chips, their IQ level is low, and compared to who are not eating the chips.
Good morning. Myself Sonia.
Myself Pratiksha.
Myself Bhumika. We are studying in 10th standard. We are from St. Anne's High School. We have made a research on manure and named it as Manure Quest. This research was for that because we wanted to know which manure is good for plants. So when we thought of this topic, many questions arose in our mind. The first question was that, will the manure help in the growth of plants? Before this, when we were in Eco Club, we used to make different types of manure and use it for plants. There we found that the manures are really healthier and helps the plants grow faster. So we thought of preparing different types of manures and using it for the growth of plants.
Which biodegradable waste helps in growth of plants? The biodegradable waste such as vegetable peels, organic matters and animal dung are used as fertilizers.
And another question arises in our mind that a single kind of manure is better than mixed one.
but we found that both the manures are good for soil as it increases the soil fertility.
After finding out reasons for all this question, we started our research. We prepared 3 types of manure, that is, eggshell manure, onion peel manure and tea powder manure.
At the first, our hypothesis was that if plants are grown in 3 different types of pots containing manures, namely onion peels, eggshells and tea powder, we thought that the soil containing onion peels will turn into manure faster than the other 2. But and the seeds sown in this manure will grow faster.
So we started our research. We took 3 pots and filled equal amount of soil and named it as pot O, pot T and pot E. In pot O, we put onion peels. In pot E, we put eggshells and in pot T, we put tea powder. After this, we added the same amount of soil and put little amount of water. This was continued until 27 days till it formed a decomposition and gave us a fertile manure. Once the manure was done, we separated this manure into 2 pots, and in first pot of the 3 manures, we grew house gram seeds, and in other pots, we grew chickpea seeds.
The manure research was as follows. We thought that the pot containing onion peels will decompose faster, but our hypothesis proved wrong that the pot containing tea powder decomposed faster, but onion peels did not decompose faster.
Good morning all, my name is Fatima Nida and I am studying in class 9th.
Myself, Francination, I am studying in class 9th.
My name is Zohara Mahrin and I am from class 9th.
We are the students of Albatria English Medium School, Krishnapura, and our test is chemical test on quantity of FFA present in deep fried oil, so that we might come to know that which oil is best for deep frying. Generally, people use different types of oil for deep frying, and those oils are used so many times. Even in my home, my mom uses same oil for 2 to 3 times. So I had a doubt in my mind that which oil is best for deep frying. And when our teacher conducted an orientation program in school and asked us to give some ideas, we thought of this topic and went with this research.
So by finding the acid value of the oil, it is possible to calculate the free fatty acids of oil. Since free fatty acid is a half of sodium, it's a half of acid value. So we have chosen one of the simplest method to find the acid value, that is titration. First, for the experiment we have used 2-propanol, sodium hydroxide, phenolphthalein and other oils. For the first, the burette is filled with sodium hydroxide, and take a conical flask. We have to add 50 milliliter of 2-propanol along with 1 milliliter of phenolphthalein and heat it for 40 to 50 degrees Celsius. This is neutralized against 0.1 normal sodium hydroxide. Later, we have to take a conical flask and we have to take 5 gram of oil against 1 milliliter of 1 milliliter of phenolphthalein and heat it for 40 to 5 minutes and later cool it for 40 to 50 degrees Celsius and titrate against 0.1 normal sodium hydroxide. Then the titer value and acid value of oil is calculated.
After testing all the oils, we come to know that our thinking went wrong that sunflower oil is the best. Because of its successive deep fried sunflower, acid value of successive deep fried sunflower oil is high while comparing it with other oils. According to our data, coconut oil is the best because of the low acid value after successive deep frying. When we use the oil again and again, free radicals are formed and these free radicals may cause diseases such as obesity, heart diseases, etc. Thank you.
Our topic is how does calcium react in different solutions. We have took 6 glass of transparent glass and 6 eggs and different types of liquids in it. We kept it for 2 days. Egg. How did the egg became in 2 days? The result was shown here. The egg in vinegar became dissolved in water, vinegar, and it became smooth and rubbery. And the result was the calcium separated from the vinegar. Salman.
And we took the material vinegar, Pepsi, soda, oil, color water, and 6 eggs and transferred cups, 6, and we poured it to all the transferred glasses, and we kept the egg. We got the result that the egg in Pepsi, the egg became till harder and became cracked, and in soda, the egg shell had became clean. In oil, that as it is, no changes in that. In color water, it became the egg in color, which we poured the water and color same. And water also, the egg became little smoother, but no any difference changes.
Vinegar has 4% of acidic, which can dissolve a thick layer of calcium present in the egg.
Today we have made a windmill, and our question is that how does a windmill works? We think that if wind turbine starts to spin, it will create electricity because wind turbine blades moves in a circular motion, which pushes the blades, and that energy goes to the motor, and the energy converts into electricity. Hence we come to the conclusion that windmills converted into mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy.
Topic here is to measure of an object. We can measure object using different properties. The property I have been using here is a property of isosceles right angle triangle. So in an isosceles right angle triangle is a triangle where two sides are equal and an angle is of 90 degree. As you all can see, there's an object kept here and a protractor. So to measure the height of this object, we can take this protractor here. As you all can see, I have placed it the thread at the center of the protractor and the bottle, and we have to keep the thread at the top of the bottle. We have to see that it makes an angle of 45 degree. Then you have to mark the length on the ground. Then if you measure the length of this thing, it will be equal to the length of this height. So we can measure different objects, like we can measure trees, compound walls, buildings, doors using this method. It is of very low price and we can use it for many things.
Assalamu alaikum. Our project is why does fruit turn brown? It is due to enzymatic browning. When the apple come into contact with the oxygen in the air, the chemicals within the apple produce a melanin which turns the apple into brown. So we have tested, it may not make harmful to eat, but it is we see that it's brown. We think that is not fresher. To prevent that, we have tested by adding some liquids. First, we have kept control as it is without adding any liquid, and apple juice by squeezing the apple. The next is poke. We have poked the apples like this, and vinegar, water and lemon juice. Finally, we got the result that lemon juice doesn't turn that apple into brown.
We have studied this. From this we can say citric acid will not change the will not change the apple to brown. Oranges, grapes. Thank you. There is a possibility honey being pure or impure. So we had made an experiment to find out which honey is pure. I put a drop of honey, lion honey, into water. So it dissolved in water, did not dissolve in water, so it's pure. Test 2, litmus. I took a litmus paper and put in a drop, dipped it into honey, and blue litmus paper turned into red. Then Patanjali honey dissolved in water.
My name is Fatima Marzina. I choose this topic because my name is Fatima Marzina.
And my name is Shifana Saba.
My name is Fatima Shaba. Our topic is the effect of yellow color on banana.
The title is the effect of yellow color on banana.
Effect of yellow color on banana leaf.
We went to horticulture development. They said that if we spray the chemical name is chlorothalonil, we spray on this, it will reduce after 1 month or 2 months, and it will give the new leaf like this one. In this only it will give leaf.
It will be like this. After spraying, after 2 months or 1 month, it will give
Normally.
And it will give the fresh fruits also. If black spot is there, means it will not give the fresh fruit, and it has some disease and it will not sow this type of
We have choose this topic because most of them nowadays get blood pressure. I have seen in many society get blood pressure. Mostly nowadays the students get because of their exam stress, parents for.
The student get blood pressure because because of the parents. They force in the school they study, they write and they come. In the house they say again to study, no free times for them.
So we have choose some foods to reduce blood pressure. That is like consuming pomegranates, leafy greens, and yogurts, dark chocolates will reduce to blood pressure.
And we can do activities like using staircase and doing household chores and going for a bicycle ride and spend time with our children. And nowadays we have the digital blood pressure machine, which is good.
Like we have a message that please don't force your children. They're like children are not too good and like as human parents. They are not too wealthy and all. They are growing up, so it may affect it as well fast.
So most of the people will get blood pressure by tension because of force of their children's,
and we can choose some foods like pomegranate, spinach, leafy green, berries, dark chocolates, yogurt, and some of like that foods which reduce blood pressure. Ahmed Rashid. And my name is Muhammad Riza.
And my name is Abdullah. We are from Hira Primary School.
The title of our project is to give everyone an idea of their health status.
We tend to assume that our friends are too thin or too fat. We know that we are obese. They are too underweight and obese.
The primary issue is due to unhealthy eating habits and reduce of physical activities.
To prove our hypothesis, we collected BMI of 5th, 6th and 7th. For our project, we selected 5th and 6th. We measured the height and weight of our students with the help of our physical education teacher. BMI is equal to weight in kg divided by height in meter square. After collecting data, we went to ask suggestion from Dr. Asif from Sahara Hospital. After collecting data, we found that students of many in different categories that are underweight, normal, overweight and obese. After collecting BMI of boys and girls, the girls got more BMI because of the lack of physical activities. Now we collected the BMI of many students. The benefit of that is we can say them to prevent that using physical activities and controlling their diet. Few of my friends were thin and fat, so we did this project. We need a material to calculate BMI, weighing scale, stadiometer, calculator, and logbook.
Good morning, my name is Vibha CJ. I am from Mangalore School and I am studying in 7th standard. My project is based on homely reuse of grey water project. The next to air is water. Water is very important for the preservation of life. We already have experienced a very difficult situation in last summer. In this regard, I have an idea to reuse the grey water from washing machine and washing basin. The wastewater from washing machine and wash basin is not so dirty to be thrown out to drainage. Instead of that, we can filter the water and reuse for flushing toilet and gardening purpose.
My project is about a single displacement reaction. For this reaction, I took 3 cups. I filled first one with potassium permanganate solution and another with water, another with copper sulfate solution, and I dipped 3 iron nail in 3 different solutions. The iron nail which was dipped into copper sulfate solution changed its color and become reddish brown and got a copper coating on it. But in these two solutions, the iron nail did not change its color. Then I took 3 steel blades and dipped into the same solution. The steel blade did not change its color in any solution. So we can say that the single displacement reaction is only in the iron nails, not in the steel.
Our project is about shape of fruits and vegetables related to our body parts. My project is about fruits and vegetables related to our body parts. For this we have chosen some fruits and vegetables which resemble our body parts. Then we started to collect some details about each organ, how it is related to fruits and vegetables. So we came to a conclusion that eating fruits and vegetables are good for our health. If we eat fruits and vegetables, it makes our heart to be healthy. It contains some essential nutrients which our body required and make us healthy. From the observation of my chart, I came to know the shapes of fruits and vegetables closely related to organ system. By consuming them, we can lead a healthy life. Walnut look like a tiny brain, and walnut is excellent brain food. Tomato which help keep your heart healthy for 4 chambers, just like a human heart. Carrot look like orange eyes that make us sense because the vitamin A in a carrot supports healthy eyes. Beans help to keep blood pressures and low and blood sugars and study qualities that makes real kidneys happy. Garlic look like human urinary system and it is also good for human anus part. Coriander leaves its stem parts and its color just look like human nerves and it is also good for human nerves.
My hypothesis was supported. The shapes of fruits and vegetables providing some nutritious support our organ system
and helps to lead a healthy life.
Good morning. My name is Sara Munassa. I am from 6th grade studying in Hira Public School. So, when my mother was soaking her seeds in the water, I wondered if the seed germination take place in any other liquid other than water. So I came up with this project to clarify my doubt. So I took oil, soy sauce, tomato sauce, vinegar, milk, oregano water, honey and water to see if the seeds would germinate in them. So in oil, I noticed that there was a thick density for the seeds to grow. So it doesn't help the seeds to grow in them. In soy sauce, it has a high level of salt which doesn't even help the seeds to grow. In tomato sauce, it has vinegar, acid and many other chemical substances which completely doesn't help the seeds to grow. And in vinegar, there is citric acid which doesn't help the seeds to grow. In milk, if we keep the milk outside for this test, it would get spoiled and harden a bit, which doesn't help the seeds to grow as well. In oregano water, there is a high level of concentration, so it doesn't help the seeds to grow. In honey, it doesn't have the right nutrients for the seeds to grow. In water, it has hydrogen and oxygen, which completely helps the seeds to grow. I came to a conclusion that the sprout of the seeds were only visible in oregano water and water because it has the nutrients essential for it. And in future, if I want to do this project again, I would choose oregano water and water because there are essential nutrients required for it.
Topic is relation between room temperature and cooling time, and the question is how does room temperature affects cooling time of after boiling, and there is relation between room temperature and the time taken to cool after boiling. After completing this experiment, I have observed the daily directly proportional to the time taken to cool after boiling and procedure. And when a room temperature increases, cooling time of time taken to cool after boiling, it also increases. When a room temperature decreases at a time taken to cool after boiling, it also decreases. And the experiment is done from October 10, 2019 and it ended on November 14, 11, 2019. And I used the same volume of water to conduct this experiment to cooling and boiling for 31 days. And the dependent variable is room temperature, independent variable is the time taken to cool after boiling.
Good morning. My project is about Tulasi plant. Which type of soil is suitable for the Tulasi plant? Red soil is suitable for the Tulasi plant because other soil is not suitable for the Tulasi plant. Soil with dry leaves, it is not suitable for the Tulasi plant. And see bar graph. In pot A, 72 centimeter growth, and in pot B, 60 centimeter, and in pot C, 70 centimeter, and in pot D, 63 centimeter, and pot E, 50 centimeter. I taken five types of soil. One is red soil, and again one is soil plus sand, and one is soil plus dry leaves, and soil plus small stone, and white soil. After I got result, after completing this experiment, I observed that soil which is in pot A is suitable for the growth of Tulasi plant. I done experiment in 15/10/2019 to 9/11/2019. In this experiment, Tulasi plant with small same height was selected and planted in five different types of soil, which is filled with different types of soil. Reading after recorded week by week by observing the reading, I studied growth of tulsi plant in 5 different types of soil.
I'm from 5th B. My name is Shanum Awa. I'm in Hira school. This is about water observing. Water observing contains different materials growth. See, nylon and polyester absorb less water, so it will not take time to absorb dry. And this will absorb more water, so it will take time to dry. So it's good for summer and it's good for winter.
Assalamu alaikum. First day we kept fresh tomatoes in a box to observe the changes in the tomato. There were no changes in the next day, but the one rotten tomato was kept in the further experiment. The day third, no change was seen in the next day, that as it takes time for the reaction. Day fourth, this day some of that few are affected by spoiled due to an effect of one rotten tomato. It is because of the reaction of microorganism. Day 5th. In this day, the number of rotten tomato increased from the 3 to 4, but the fourth tomato was slightly decayed. Day 6. This day, tomatoes were fully affected by the microorganism and were fully good, and few are still good without any affected. Day 7. No change seen visibly, but here some reaction forming within. Day 8. This day the most of tomatoes are rotten. We can observe the spreading of bacteria because little by little every tomatoes are affected. Day 9. We can see the tomatoes are very much spoiled and decayed. Now we can compare it with the first photo. There is a lot of difference visible in the photo. Day 9. In this day we can observe the fully completely decayed and fully affected by the bacteria.
Conclusion. Microscope bacteria cause food to spoil. This tiny organism called spoilage bacteria consume unprotected foods and produce waste products. As long as nutrition and water are present, bacteria will multiply something rapidly. Bacteria waste is the cause of the food smell and rotten appearance.
Most fruits and vegetables go bad because of damage caused by microorganisms such as bacteria and mold and gismatic.
Good morning. Our project is usage of eco-friendly bags. Why this project? Because plastic bags we use are not biodegradable. It will never completely decompose into the earth. It can take 100 or 1,000 years to break down. Our Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi had told that his government goal is to make India completely free of single use of plastic. We went to surveys using questionnaire and collected information. Out of 100 participants, 54% use plastic bags even after the ban of plastics.
Why we do? After the plastic ban, they are not using eco-friendly bag, so that government should take a strict action.
Our topic is effect of exercise on health. Health is person's mental, physical condition. Eating well and doing exercise help us to stay in good health.
In this project, we prepared questionnaire of 11 questions and approached to 200 people. In that, 117 are males and 83 are females. The participants above 18 years. It was found that the 57% do exercise and 43% are not doing exercise. For the question regarding the types of exercise, 52.6% do walking and jogging, and 17.5% do yoga and gymnastics, 4.4% do Zumba and aerobics, and 8% do other exercise such as karate.
65% do not suffer from any diseases. Only 35% are suffering from diseases. After the survey, we come to know that exercise helps to reduce mental stress. It does not much affect on a diabetes, high BP. It affect on a obesity.
Usually the exercise follows diet also. The diet plan question was asked. And the result shows that the 19% of people only following the diet plan, and education level question was asked to whether know the correlation of between the exercise and education level.
From the above study, we can conclude that exercise keep our body healthy weight. Also, it helps people to improve their health and lower risk of some disease.
Exercise regularly decreases person's risk of developing certain diseases, including diabetes, high BP, obesity, etc.
From fourth standard, I'm fourth standard. I'm Suman from fourth standard. I'm living in Krishnapura about the Hira Public School, and I choose this about the junk food. If we will eat junk food, it will happen to our. It will put the chemicals, then powders, then etc. Then in this everything they will put powders so that we make meal tasty. I collected the vapors of these things. Then I founded the carbohydrates and fats. There are more in that. Kurkure and carrots.
Good morning. We know that about plants that it will react to sunlight. So we have a doubt whether worms also react to sunlight or not. So from 3 days we kept the worms, and from the first day it reacted. It went inside the soil because it hates sunlight and loves darkness. Some worms does not like darkness, and some worms like darkness. We chose earthworm because it is farmer's friend, and we will. It is the farmer's sign in our locality. We can find under the mud, under the wet soil. So we choose the earthworms. First we took 5 transparent cups of same size and entered wet soil into it and introduced some earthworms and kept observed for 1 hour in the sunlight. We got the result that it doesn't like sunlight, that it likes darkness. So earthworms like darkness, and it has many poles on it, like dots on it, so it hates sunlight and loves darkness. Many worms, only earthworms are found in our locality.
Good morning, my name is Nida. And I am Omar Ibrahim.
My name is Nafisa Hibat.
Our title is Playing Video Games Can Improve or Hurt Mathematical Skills or Destroy Child's Brain. How playing video games can improve or hurt mathematical skills or destroy child's brain. Nowadays, many children are playing video games in mobile or computer. Even small kids know how to operate the mobile, even their elders. So there are many advantages and disadvantages. We type some questions related to video games in a paper and gave those questions to students to take the answers. The same questions were given to the elders and they also take the answer which we presented graphically. The students told more advantage than disadvantage. They told 90% of advantage and 60% of disadvantage. Whether the parents told 40% of advantage and 100% of disadvantage.
We visited police stations such as Kadri and Ullal to we asked some questions related to video games.
We met our counselor and asked some advantages and disadvantages. She said many advantages and disadvantages. She said like Angry Birds, we can aim and shoot everything. Like Fruit Ninja, we will cut everything. Something will come in other way. If we cut that, we will out. So competition, planning and all, it will increase. We met our school friends who also told us about video games. They say that they will improve their skills, studies and all the business skills. They said many advantages and disadvantages. Their studies were, some of them were good, some of them were bad. The mathematics skills will improve by playing mathematic games. If we use the phone for a positive manner, then it will be used as a positive way. If we use it for the negative reason, then it will be used as a negative one. Finally, we got many informations about playing video games. There are many advantages and disadvantages. And then if we think in a positive way, it is good for our skills. And if we think negatively, it is not good for our skills. There are many problems in our body.
There are many advantages and disadvantages in playing video games. But if we think it is a positive way by playing some video games, our memory power will increase and we will get more concentration. If we take it as a negative way, it is bad for us and we will lose our positive things.